Greetings from Miss Mac's house. Hi. Today, I'm going to read you the Berenstain Bears-Don't Pollute Anymore in honor of Earth Day by Stan and Jen Berenstain. I figured this would be an appropriate book for Earth Day, and it's going out to all the kids in MLK, especially 3rd grade, who learned all about conservation and recycling this week. Well, looky here, said Papa Bear as he opened the evening news. You'll find Professor Actual Factual's got his picture in the paper. Ooh, leading scientist claims Bear Country is in serious trouble. Oh, said Brother and Sister Bear, coming to see. There's a big story, too, said Papa, and it's a headline. My goodness, said Mama Bear. What's it about? Leading scientist claims Bear Country is in serious trouble, he said, reading the headline. What sort of trouble, asked Sister. I wonder what kind of trouble. Papa, who was reading the story to himself, didn't answer. What sort of trouble, said Mama, repeating Sister's question. Oh, you know how professors are, he said. Actual Factual's making a big fuss about pollution. Well, I know Professor Actual Factual is how Professor Actual Factual is, said Mama, and I think he's quite sensible. So do I, said Sister. Me too, agreed Brother. Oh, he's a great guy, all right, said Papa. He's dug up some terrific dinosaur bones, and he runs a great museum, but I happen to think he's gone a little overboard on this pollution thing. I'm as much against pollution as the next fellow, he continued. I just don't think a couple of candy wrappers and drinking cups along the side of the road is the end of the world. I'm gonna have to argue with their Papa Bear. Besides, Bear Country is in great shape. I mean, come on. You know, he opened the door and led the family out to the front stoop. You see, Bear Country is not only in good shape, it's downright beautiful. The rolling hills, the forests, the lakes, the streams, and just look at that sunset. Just looks like our valley here. Oh. It's beautiful, all right, agreed Brother, but our science book says that some of those colors are caused by chemicals in the air that shouldn't be there. Pfft, said Papa. Say, aren't you two supposed to be doing homework? Another denier. Sister, who had just about completed her homework, finished quickly, but Brother Bear was stuck. Teacher Bob had asked him to do a report on endangered species. The book he had taken out of the school's library weren't very helpful. Of course, the kind of shape Bear Country was in wasn't as simple as Papa made it seem. How Bear Country looked depended on your point of view. It looked fine from the bear family's front stoop. It looked even better if you had a bird's eye view while flying high above the earth. But if you had a squirrel's eye view and were finding fewer and fewer acorns because too many trees were being cut down, Bear Country didn't look so fine. If you had a duck's eye view, you might think the professor was right about pollution. And if you had a fish eye's view, you might think things were downright awful. Oh, look at the poor fish and the poor duck, poor squirrels. Bear Country's kind of similar to our country. The next day, Brother decided to visit the museum to ask Professor Actual Factual to help him with his endangered species report. Sister Bear went with him. Berenstain Institution. Professor Actual Factual was usually cheerful and friendly and bubbling over with ideas and projects when the cubs visited, but this time he looked worried and glum. He cheered up a bit when he saw them, but when Brother told him the purpose of the visit, to get help on a report about endangered species, he said something very surprising. I'll tell you the endangered species to do your report on. Us! They're endangered. Well, we're going to be endangered too someday. We don't understand, they said. It's very simple, explained Professor. We bears and all other creatures need certain things to survive. Clean air to breathe, pure water to drink, and good soil to grow food in. If we don't do something about pollution, we're all going to become endangered species. Oh no! Dun dun dun! "Come," he said. "You'll understand soon enough." He led them out to where the actual factual mobile was parked. It was a special van with all kinds of scientific gear in it. Looks pretty fancy. Definitely looks scientific. I wonder where they're gonna go. Then the professor took the brother and sister out in bear country to where they wouldn't soon forget. They went past Grizzly Gus's garage where they saw oil leaking into a stream, getting on a duck, and killing fish. Then they went past the old box factory where they saw ugly black smoke pouring into the air. Tisk, tisk, tisk. When will people start using clean energy? Water is life. They scuba dived into Great Bear Lake, where they saw everything from soda cans to rusty old bed springs, and worse, they saw a fish tangled in plastic soda can holders. They cut it loose, but they couldn't rescue all the fish from the plastic holders that have been carelessly thrown away. I always shred mine up or try not to buy anything with them. It's hard, though. We need to stop making things with them on it. They drove through the forest and saw a great many trees had been cut down, and that had not many new trees had been planted to replace them. "Yeah, you might speak to your dad about that," said the professor. "He and his fellow woods bears could help with that problem." "I think I see what you mean about becoming an endangered species," said brother when they got back from the museum. "Yes," agreed sister, "but what are we going to do about it?" "Did the evening news story do much good?" asked Brother Bear. "Not much," said Professor. "The idea that bear country is in serious trouble because of pollution seems hard to get across." "To grown-ups, maybe," said Sister. "But we understand, and all our cub friends will too, because we're the ones who have to live on a messed up, polluted earth when we grow up." Ain't that the truth? We all get it. We gotta get the adults to listen. "Professor," said Brother, "how does this sound? You go into our school and explain all about pollution and the bear country. Maybe we can do something about it." Factual was impressed. "I'll give Teacher Bob a call right away. I'll arrange it." And that's what happened. The cubs were all eyes and ears as Factual told them about the trouble in bear country was getting into. First, he taught them about 3 important new words: ecology, conservation, and recycle. The way the professor explained it, ecology means how all creatures, the plants, and the earth itself work together. Conservation means not wasting the valuable things of earth, like water, oil, wood, and metal. And recycle means finding ways to use some of the valuable things over and over. We learned all about this week. Ecology, conservation, and recycle. Everyone needs to do this more. Woo! Yeah. The cubs learned quite a lot from Factual, and they had some ideas of their own too. "How about we start a recycling program?" suggested one cub. "Maybe for newspapers to start," added another. "Then if it works for cans and bottles too," Tim Honeypot said. He talked to his dad. I'm in there, Honeypot, about it. "Luckily, we have recycling at our school, MLK. Yeah, you." Brother Bear remembered Grizzly Gus's garage. "You shouldn't be allowed to spill oil into streams and kill fish," he said. Babs Bruno, whose dad was the chief of police, said, "I'll talk to my dad. If there isn't a law against it, there ought to be." That's the truth. Even Too Tall helped with an idea. "My uncle owns the Super Duper Market. He could put in a bag return plan for reusing bags." "Excellent suggestion," said the professor. "And if some folks don't want to cooperate," added Too Tall, "me and the gang can lean on them a little." "The bag return is fine, Too Tall," said Teacher Bob, "but no leaning." Cousin Freddie had the best idea of all. "Let's start a club to stop the pollution and call it the Earth Savers Club, and we'll make posters and bumper stickers and have cleanup parades and marches and parades." But there was a problem: the Papa and his fellow Earth Bears. And I'm going to run out of time on this video, so we're going to stop on this page and I'm going to make another one. Sorry. Part 2 coming soon.